actress Drea Kelly first broke her silence and spoke exclusively to Sister Circle about the pain and torment she suffered at the hands of her ex-husband, R. Kelly. So much has happened since then. Calls to mute R. Kelly, additional criminal charges, and a Lifetime docuseries, and even more victims have come forward.
Well, today Drea Kelly is back, and she's brought her oldest daughter, Buku, who is sitting down with us for the very first time, and she'll join us a little later. But first, we must welcome our very good friend, Drea Kelly.
Yeah! Hey! You fine! She hot! Yes! Yes! It's just gorgeousness. Have a seat. It's so good to see y'all. I mean, how do you keep it all together?
Honey, prayer and being vegan.
Yeah. Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, you went vegan.
When? Yeah, I've been vegan almost 3 years, a little over 3 years, but I was vegetarian since high school.
Oh, okay.
So the transition for me, I'm not an egg eater. I don't like dairy. I'm not ice cream.
Yeah.
So it was easy for me.
And that's why you look so good.
You are just, I just got to tell, I can't help it. You are just glowing.
Oh, thank you.
You are. Look at God.
You're not walking in your purpose.
Yes, absolutely.
When that pain turns into power, you get wings.
Yes,
Yes, you do.
Let's talk about that, because you talked exclusively with us last year, almost a year ago, to the day, about everything that you had gone through. I mean, really, it was after that, headline after headline, show booking after show booking. What has life been like for you since that day you were here on this couch with our sister Selena till now?
It almost feels like I've been floating on clouds. It's been beautiful. When they say that the sun will come out tomorrow, so true.
Yeah.
Just the life-changing stories and women leaving, and just, I never knew that coming forward, you think, okay, I just want to tell my story, bring some validity to these women who no one is listening. I never knew that it would be like a ripple in a pond, that it would go so far beyond just women affected by my ex. There's women overseas that have been affected. There's women that I just never thought in a million years who've been in these situations. One lady hit me and said, I've been in this marriage for 40 years, and when I saw you on Sister Circle, I left the very next day.
Wow.
Yes, honey.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's
That's
about.
real good.
About. Yes, absolutely.
Well, we talked about, or you just mentioned, so many women coming forward with the allegations against your ex-husband. Well, we've had even more young women to come forward recently. How have you been able to encourage them?
Because I'm the living truth. That's how I can encourage them. It's hard for people to tell you, move forward, tell your story, when you don't know what the other side looks like. But when they see my life and me moving forward in my advocacy and being able to be that voice for the voiceless and the power for the powerless, it gives you that inner strength, and you don't feel alone. And I think being able to do it on a platform when it's in the headlines, when it's nationwide information that's being out there, you don't feel like, well, in my little corner of the world, it doesn't matter. Now you feel like I got a sister for me, that even if I'm not on Sister Circle, I got one sitting and standing in the gap.
Yes.
That's
And you were a major part of the docuseries. What impact do you think it had? Not just what we were able to see as far as the facts or what so many people said, but what type of impact outside of it do you think it had?
The impact that I think it had for women seeing me, they got to see that this is not just about Drea. This is not just to help Drea. This is for all victims, for all women, all walks of life. For them to be able to see, here's a woman that was not just someone associated to this man, she was married to this man. And when you take a stand like I did, when you were married and share children with somebody, that's empowering.
It is, and also empowering. It had to be equally hard for you to make that decision, because you knew that, of course, some of the backlash was going to come back, and it was going to be challenging. What was it in you that said, no matter what, I'm going forward with this? And then secondly, if your ex-husband is to be convicted, he's going to spend pretty much the remainder of his life behind bars. What's your perspective on that?
Well, for the second part of that, if he spends the rest of his life behind bars, that's a choice you made also. Like, I'm so disconnected from that. We all have choices in life. And I will always say, just because you were abused does not give you a license to be an abuser. That's a choice you made. There's counseling, there's help, there's prayer, there's hotlines. there's so much out there for you to make a better choice in life.
Yeah.
And when you choose to lose, that's what you're going to pay with your life. So I'm disconnected from that. Has nothing because girls out here winning.
Yes.
But the impact, the positive far outweighs the negative.
Yes.
You know, for every one that's hating, it's 10 that are living.
Yes.
For every one that has something negative to say, there's 20 who didn't decide to jump off a balcony.
Yes.
You know, and that was an option for me at one point in my life.
Right.
So the girl is living. She's good.
Yes.
Baby
Yes. You're on a new reality show with your eldest daughter, Boku, and we're going to talk to her when we come back. Really excited about that. But can we show some love to this courageous woman, Drea Kelly, everybody? Yes. And when we come back, we'll meet Buku Abai, eldest daughter of Robert and Drea Kelly. Stay where you are. It gets better.
People are going to give you things because of your last name. They're going to take things away from you. But I've always wanted you guys to, always stay strong and believe in yourself.
And that's what you taught us, Mom.
My kids are so amazing. It could have been a madhouse going through what they've gone through, but because I've instilled those values in my children from a very young age, they were prepared for this.
Welcome back to Sister Circle Live. We are back with Drea Kelly and her eldest daughter, Buku Abai. Welcome to the show. Looking like your mama. Face to face. Seriously.
It's so beautiful, so beautiful, and just radiant. But you know what I noticed in watching the clip there? You were encouraging them, but she was there for you.
Oh, yes. This one right here. On those days, I told the story. This was the one who gave me the courage to leave at 6 years old, sitting at the foot of that bed.
You did tell us about her.
This one right here, I often tell her, I stand on her shoulders. This is my hero. Everything I do, live, breathe for, is because of her.
Yes.
She gave me that courage to be like, oh, this is what we doing? This the last day, too.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Yes. That's good.
Well, Buku, you are stepping into your mother's footsteps, so to speak, in terms of reality television, and so you are on the newest episode or season of Growing Up Hip Hop. What exactly is that like for you? And after going through everything, and your father constantly being in the press, and we all saw the documentary, have they been more supportive of you, or have they been more accusatory and judgmental of you?
I would honestly say all of the cast members have been extremely sweet.
Good.
They've been very understanding. Nobody that I've been around has forced me to talk about anything or pushes anything too far. They allow that space for me to be like, hey, okay, I don't want to talk about this. It's getting to be a little too much. Can we change to another subject? So my cast members, they've been wonderful.
Right.
I've met some amazing people, and
Awesome.
I genuinely created relationships. So I'm excited.
Good. So, of course, your career will be the focal point of what we will see this season. But
Sing.
what else will you divulge?
I sing. I do visual arts.
Okay.
I have a boyfriend.
I call him son-in-law. I love my Jody Hope. That is my baby.
You weren't supposed to say his name.
Oh,
I'm just playing.
You know what I love is I always told her, find somebody that's not only good to you but good for you. And so many women find men that are good to them. They can buy you things, they're good to you. They take you to dinner, they're good to you. But if you got a wife, he's not good for you. So I taught her, find someone that's good to you and good for you. And
Right,
do that.
that's good. Awesome. So how will you develop as... I'm sorry?
No, I'm saying I was just saying we have a lot. I have a lot going on rather. So just kind of to piggyback off of that. We worked together on a lot of my stuff. So I just recently put out an EP.
Good.
And we worked
Tell us the
on
name
the
of it.
cover together. Oh, it's called Don't Call Me. I'm so bad at this. I have to practice.
You get better.
So the name of the EP is called Don't Call Me.
Yeah.
We actually worked on the cover together. If you smell
Yeah.
we got merch coming out very soon.
Yes.
Where can they find the EP?
The EP is out everywhere. You
Okay.
can find it on
Nice.
Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, all that. So yeah.
Look how you're beaming at your baby.
I'm sitting over here like, that's my baby.
Well, we're so happy praying for each of you. I'm so proud of you for what you're doing. And Drea, give me some love, sis. We love you so much. You're just always a staple here at Sister Circle. Can we give it up for this amazing family? Catch the season premiere of Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta June 13th at 9, 8 Central.